What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Magnificent Dynasty, and today's tippy tip is to embrace your box. And okay, so I got this idea from 2022, the end of 2022, December 3rd, 2022. I was going through some things, and it was mostly spiritual things. It was a lot of spiritual things, and I was asking God, like, God, I want to move from this place. I want this and that. And like I said before, like y'all know, like when you ask God for something, you start to get prepared. You have to make room. And it was one of those things where I was still scared of making room for what's mine. And people were offering me things, and I like to give. I don't really like to receive. I didn't like to receive. I liked it to give. And the reason why I didn't like to receive was because growing up, when I was like having like certain issues and stuff, and I would ask for help, people would tell me no a lot, and that made me just not want help, right? And not wanting help and not taking the things that God is sending people to gift us with. It's not, when someone is trying to give you something, that's God. You know what I'm saying? That's God. Use your discernment, because, the enemy is always at play somewhere, somehow trying to do some shit. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, most of the time, it is from God. Especially when it's things that you needed. That you need, sorry. Um, and yeah, and I was struggling. Like, you wouldn't even know that I was struggling, but I was struggling like really, really bad. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't lose my home. I just, you know, that happened. I found an opportunity to get a new home, and I used it. And with that opportunity, I was placed inside of hotel, right? For 3 months, I was in this hotel. And while I was in the hotel, I was basically in a box, right? I had to really sit with myself at this time. I had to really work hard at this time and really um, get what's mine. And with that, working hard for me at that time was all about self. It wasn't about working a job. It wasn't about making money. It wasn't about that. It was all about self. How do you see yourself? You call yourself a goddess. You call yourself magnificent. How are you being magnificent? How are you being a goddess? How are you using your gifts? How are you accepting my help? How? These are the things that the Most High was asking me. And every morning I would get up, I would go for a walk. For these 3 months, I would get up and I would go for a walk, and I would do a little workout and just being in nature and stuff like that. I would pray, I would cry, I would like everything. I just let go of my pride that I had with God. I had a big wall of pride up with God. And God put me in a place where I had no choice but to receive help. You know what I'm saying? And I had to embrace that help. Like, I had to embrace, like, girl, people want to help you. People want to cater to you. People want to see you happy. People want to see you doing good. People respect that you are a single mom. People respect that you get up and do what you got to do for your children. So allow people to help you. It's okay to accept help. You know what I'm saying? In that box, it was like, bro, I'm not in my home. I'm not in my home anywhere more. I can't be loud as I was, blast music. I can't like do half the things that I was do. God really shrunk me inside of a box. And like I had no choice but to accept help. I had no choice. Like, I was asking for more time with my kids. I hated that I worked so much and that I was like doing my business stuff. I was doing my business stuff, music, working. I would work early in the morning at Target. Then after Target, I would go work at Walgreens. And then while I'm even at Walgreens, I'm working on business. I got my kids at work with me. It was a lot. It was a whole lot, right? And so in this box, I was able to get to know my kids more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Spend time with my kids and really balance out the work with the motherhood. Like, you can still be a mom and take care of your kids without overworking yourself. All you have to do is like manifest, pray, make room. You know what I'm saying? And embracing this box was like, I wrote notes and I'm not even looking at my notes. Embracing this box was allowing me to accept everything that I craved, everything that I desired. I wanted to be able to wake up early in the morning, work out, have dinner ready, you know what I'm saying? Take my kids to school, pick them up from school. I wanted to be able to do everything. I wanted a schedule free life, you know what I'm saying? And even in the mix of that, I was still afraid. That's what, even now where I live, I felt like God didn't, God still has me in a box, honestly. And I'm just working my way out of that box. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't confident enough to believe that I can have the things that I wanted without having to sacrifice other things, right? And you just have to embrace where you are right now. You have to embrace what you don't have. You have to embrace what you want to have. And embracing that first starts with making room for that, right? And knowing that whatever you ask for from God is a yes, straight up. It's no, it's no nothing. It might not be right now, but while you're waiting, you have to prepare for those things. Who will you be in when you know what I'm saying? And PB, like my spiritual teacher, um she said one time, and I put this in a different video last year. She said if you had $1,000 right now, like $1 million right now, you wouldn't even know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So that you have to be prepared to have $1 million. Like, where am I going to invest this $1 million? Like, I get $1 million right now, bitch. Like, I might start splurging. Like, I feel like, bitch, it's time to shit on niggas. Like, still living in a 2-bedroom apartment. Why? What is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna invest in that money. You're gonna be like, oh my God, I got $1 million. You're not gonna turn that into $1 billion. You know what I'm saying? Because your mind is not there yet. You're like, dang, I just got $1 million. I'm not even walking in my power right now, and I got $1 million. Just with that $1 million, I feel powerful. And $1 million ain't nothing, especially in this economy. Like, what? Like, okay, it's something to someone, right? But you know what I'm saying? If you're not prepared for that, you're not really gonna know what to do with it. Some people are just built like that. That they, saying automatically just know. You feel me? You're not, trying to make anybody feel any type of way. But that was the point of the conversation that was had. But yeah, embrace your box. Embrace what you have right now. You know what I'm saying? And don't be afraid to go after what's yours. And at the same time, people who are destined for something, we have to lose. We have to damn near lose our mind in the mix of getting everything that we desire. We have to really drop everything that we think we know to receive everything that we desire. You know what I'm saying? The way that we were raised, the way that we think, the way that we move, the things that we're so used to, you have to let that go. And that's what I had to do in that box. I had to let go everything. Literally, I had to let go everything that made me feel like this made me a woman. This made me great. This made me, you know what I'm saying? And not realizing me being such an independent woman is not attractive because I'm in my masculine. How could I be like what? There's something still missing here. You know what I'm saying? And embracing that box is just hearing God. God had me sat down in a place where I can meditate, where I can fully be quiet and hear thy voice. God had me around water where I can go sit and be around the nature. God had me around a lot of trees at this time. I had to take heed to everything that God had me around. I was so used to certain things, not moving my body, not walking enough. I had stopped going to the gym, everything. Even though at work, the jobs that I had, both the jobs that I had, I was moving my body, I was walking and stuff, but it still wasn't enough, you know? And I really had to embrace that. And just like, even when I transitioned from that box, I was placed in another box. And when I was in that other box, that's when I landed back on like PB. And I was at the end of when she was doing like the 30-day challenges for love, self-love, and money. And it was one more that we did. It was money, love. Oh, I'm so sorry. It was like some different challenges that she was doing, and I was doing those challenges. I had started the first one in September. August, like after my 29th birthday, I re-shut down. September I started the challenge. I ended up getting my first Bible, saying purchasing it myself. And I even had a video up about that I took down about, my journey of getting that Bible. Like, it was just really like a little, like, you know what I'm saying? But God was like, you're not turning back. Because every time I try to buy a Bible, like, I was like, no, or whatever. Even with that, like, I learned so much by God placing me inside of a box, by God making me struggle, by God making me see that there is help. And like, bro, well, how I was now, I'm just so comfortable. Like, God is putting me with a place where you like, girl, sit back and put your feet up and enjoy the ride. Like, it's okay to accept help, girl. Dang, let me help you. I'm like, I was at that point, like, girl, stop. Get help. Let somebody help you. And when you in that box and you embracing that box, don't stay there. Don't stay in that box. That box is for you to break out of. Embracing that box is for you to enjoy and see yourself and embrace that you on this narrow path for a reason. In that box is a decision that you have to make for yourself in your future and your descendants. In that box, you have to embrace that God has a plan for you. In that box, you have to embrace that you're destined to be someone great. In that box, you have to experience some things that you've never experienced. And a lot of those things gonna make you cry, gonna make you depressed, gonna make you feel like, am I ever gonna be healed? Like, in that box, you see like the way that you going, it's not the way for you. You know what I'm saying? In that box, you have to embrace those things. You have to embrace that you are a good woman, that you are a good mother, that you are a great father, that you are a great person, a great wife, a great human being, a great spirit, a great soul. You have to embrace that and accept that and love that about thyself. In that box, you get to embrace how God took his time and created this earth, created this universe, this multiverse. That you have to, in that box, you get to see who God really is, how powerful it is to be loved and appreciated and seen by God. In that box, you get excited, baby. At first it hurts, but it's light at the end of that tunnel. It's rebirth in that box. It's a celebration in that box. So you don't sit there. You embrace it for now. But you know, at the end of you putting in that work, the end of you journaling, the end of you thinking God, the end of you asking God, you allowing God, you making a God, you allowing God to be a part of your plan day by day, that you coming out of this box on fire. You coming out of this box on top. I embrace what I've been through. I embrace my pain. I embraced my days where I had nothing. I embraced my days where I was losing myself. I embraced those days where I thought alcohol was the answer. I embraced those things where I thought being quiet was the right way. I embraced those days where I thought that showing up was how I was supposed to live my days. When then God showed me that I needed to show up. That I needed to be here. I needed to speak. I needed to stand on my enemy's neck. I needed to use them as my footstool. I needed to tell y'all a tip every day. I needed to. I thank God for showing me my purpose. You feel me? So yeah, that is my tippy tip. Embrace your box. Embrace it. Accept it. Don't fight it. Embrace it. Love where you at right now. Love every corner of where you at right now. Because when you pop out, period, when you pop out, and when you know and God, you have seen how God have showed you that you're unstoppable, that there's no weapon formed against you that will ever prosper. When you pop out, when you accept who you are for who you are, you can't go more in that box. You can't go deeper inside that box. Like, you can't just be there. Especially watching this video, you know that you like, I'm too big for this box now, baby. I'm too big for it. It's time for me to come up out of here. Ask God to use you. You know what I'm saying? I know other, like, they use that analogy of like the vault, you know, having the key to the vault opening. Your box is ready to be opened. Climb out that pit. Climb out that pit. You may have felt like the enemy have won. That pit that they dug for you, that you have fell in there, in that, you know what I'm saying, that they have won. No, they have not. You ready to rise, baby. You are ready to rise. You ready to shoot out that motherfucking box like a, what they call them, phoenix? You ready? The fire phoenix? What they call that? You ready to shoot up out of that like a firecracker or something? You ready to shoot up out that box, out that pit? Your enemies ain't stand a chance. They don't stand a chance. It's all a test. Don't disappoint yourself by staying there. Get to work. Y'all have a good day. If you're watching this on YouTube, y'all follow me on Instagram, magnificent_T-baby. If you just want to see the tippy tips, magnificent_Tippytips Follow me on TikTok. Follow me. And y'all have a great day. It's Sunday. Is it the 16th? I don't know what day it is. Might be this. Anyway, it's Sunday. And y'all have a good one. Bye.